it will take 15 hours to truly recruit somebody. You don't just recruit somebody with the $124. You recruit somebody by building a relationship. Building the relationship, the core relationship.
Darkest of times, there has not been 1 second of one flicker where I ever doubted the concept. I always knew by term invested difference was right. I always knew that if some company, if some group of people would go out and champion that cause, they would win.
So recruiting is the lifeblood of your business, man. If you're not a recruiter, you're missing out. If you're not actively recruiting and training and building and coaching and mentoring people, and if you're not duplicating a process, it's going to be very difficult for you to build a team long range.
The power of my team gave me confidence. We had so many battles to fight in A.O. Williams, but I always had my team there. I always had my team with me. I always had my team behind me. And my team gave me confidence. As we prepared to do battle, we were together. We were there together. And I always left there with my team feeling we had a chance to beat anybody. Always remember, your team gives you confidence. Number 2, the power of my team gave me courage. With my team, I wasn't scared of nobody. With my team, I felt like I could do 100 times more or 1,000 times more than I could do by myself. With my team, I could do the impossible. Number 2, the power of a team gives you courage. Number 3, the power of my team helped me drive out all my fears and all my doubts. See, the team gave me a chance to be financially independent.
How the heck do I set up an appointment? What is it that I say to set up an appointment? All right, now let me uncomplicate this process for you real easy. A lot of the people that you're going to be calling in the beginning, they are people that you know really, really well. For example, you're going to call your brother, right? Make sure you call your brother. Make sure that you call your sister. Make sure you call your aunt, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, your best friend. If you were to get married, who would be in the wedding? Those are the people that you're going to call right now, okay? First people you're going to call. And you know what you're going to tell them? Don't complicate this. Don't make this hard. You're going to say, I'm coming over. You're going to call up your brother and you go, hey, bro, what's up, man? What are you doing? What do you got going tomorrow night? What do you got going tonight? Whatever, right? Always kind of think a little bit of an urgency to get things done. Can you help me out tonight? And he says, well, what is it? What are you doing, man? Hey, look, I started something new. I want to share with you what it is that I'm doing. I'm going to be bringing a trainer with me. So be prepared to make sure that you and your wife or your husband or whoever you're talking to, make sure that they're both there, okay? Make sure that your client, both of the decision makers are there at the appointment, and let them know, look, I can't get credit for the training if you're both not there at the appointment. And by the way, you always want to set up the appointments at the client's home. You don't ever want to set up an appointment at McDonald's or Starbucks or something like that. Look, this is how you make this business easy, is by keeping it simple.
I think one of the biggest pieces of advice that I give people is stop comparing yourself to everybody else. Stop thinking that it's easy for that guy, but it's hard for you. You know, stop thinking that. Stop idolizing people and thinking that other people are so great because of this or the money they make or the success that they've had. Stop doing that. I mean, I think it's crazy. I mean, I thank God, had some success in Primerica, and we speak all over the country, and I mean, people ask for my autograph. I mean, I go somewhere like Karma already knows that, like, when we're walking somewhere, she's like, okay, Daniel, I'll see you in like about half an hour. Because it takes a little while to get places, because people will ask me, to take a picture, or they'll want to talk, or they'll want to ask advice or whatever. And I think it's crazy. Now, I'm not saying if somebody asks for advice and they really want, I mean, that's not crazy. But the people with the autographs and and the pictures and all. I mean, I never got it. Because if you knew me, you would never want my autograph. Because I know me. You understand? I mean, I know me. And you don't really want my autograph. I ain't that special. Well, I promise you. Now, I made some decisions in my life. I made some decisions to be disciplined. I made decisions to be focused. I made decisions to overcome my fears. I made decisions to humble myself. I made decisions to be coachable. I made decisions to follow the system. I made a decision not to be a whiner and complainer, like a lot of people in Primerica. I made decisions not to be like that. That's what gave us a little bit of success. So we got to have a huge vision. We got to have a huge vision for the future and what we're going to accomplish here. This is only the beginning of what we can accomplish. But you got to help. You got to pay the price. You got to get on your 5-year run. You got to have a run that, man, so focused and so determined and so after it, nobody can stop you. And I promise you, nobody will stop you. You can build this business as big as you want to and have the greatest life that you could ever imagine. I love you guys. Me and Karma, you have no idea. We talk about you guys so much. We love you guys. We care about you guys. You know, I don't know of too many people that made almost $1 million last year that says, hey, here's my cell phone number. Call me anytime. I don't know too many people like that. I mean, I was out this morning in Burbank doing a meeting for a group of people that just asked me to come out and speak with them. There was only 20, 25 people in the room. I don't know too many people that would do that for 20 or 25 people in a room. But you know what? It's funny how I keep trying to help other people, and it's funny how just great things keep on happening. So ask yourself, are you selfish? Are you selfish? Or are you giving yourself? Or do you actually give and trying to help other people have a great life too? Remember, every time you don't prospect that guy that's walking by, remember, you ain't serving nobody. Your fear, your being scared, doesn't serve anybody. Please, make a decision.
Darkest of times, there has not been 1 second of one flicker where I ever doubted the concept. I always knew by term invested difference was right. I always knew that if some company, if some group of people would go out and champion that cause, they would win.
You got to eliminate "my" from your vocabulary. Worst word in the English language is "my." Don't ever say "mine." Don't ever think "mine." It's always "our." It's always "together." It's always "team." You got to master the art of pushing up people.
A.O. Williams didn't invent by term and invest the difference, but we were the first group of people that took that crusade to the American consumer out there, you know. And yes, that's why we're number one. I believe the first step to winning in business is you've got to do what's right for the consumer out there. I believe your reputation's everything. If you don't do what's right 100% of the time, you might get by for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, but sooner or later they're going to smell you out. Well, folks, buy term and invest the difference is right. And we've stood the heat like you couldn't believe, and that's why we're number one.
They ain't nobody ever designed a test, nor will they design a test that can measure the heart of a man or a woman. The things that are unique to winning in business in America today are not outside artificial things like IQs, college board scores, college degrees, and stuff like that. The key to winning in these United States is what's inside a person. It's your integrity. It's your people abilities. It's your character. I'm talking about your dadgum life. See, if you want to win, folks, you gotta stand up and you gotta say, I'm so sick and tired of being average and ordinary. I'm so sick and tired of telling myself and telling my wife and telling my mama and telling everybody I'm gonna win. I found it this time. Watch my smoke. See, folks, if you gonna win, you gonna change.
The only way you can change your life, the only way the future can be better than the past is you got to change. Nobody can change for you, okay? Nobody's going to give you something for nothing. It's going to be up to you. You're controlling your future. And if you don't change, just look in the dadgum mirror. Look at the last 5 to 10 years of your life, and the next 5 or 10 years are going to be just like that. Now, ain't that depressing?
The stronger your relationship that you have with your new person, the more likely that they're going to set up appointments. If they like you, they want to get you in the field. If they trust you, they want to get you in the field. So the relationship, that bond that you're creating within those first couple weeks, man, that's what's going to keep you solid, making lots and lots of sales and recruiting lots and lots of people. The other thing is you got to teach your new recruits to be tough. Your new recruits have to be tough, man. So look, if your new recruit goes out there and his mom tells him, oh, you shouldn't do that business, you'll never make it, I heard that thing's a pyramid, oh, that thing doesn't work. If your new recruit hears that and they say, oh man, maybe my mom's right, and they quit, well, then you're going to have a lot of people quit on you. So before you let them go, you have to get them mentally tough. How do you do that? You do it simply by explaining to them exactly what's going to happen. So the more you tell them what's going to happen, the more they say, oh my God, he already told me my mom was going to put me down. He already told me that my brother was going to say it was a pyramid. He already told me that that my best friend was going to say it doesn't work and I should quit. So if you tell them all the things that are going to happen before it happens, they trust you more, they believe you more. And so that is making sure your new recruits are mentally tough. 90% of recruiting, man, you're going to triple your recruits by getting excited. 90% of winning, of recruiting, of building something special, whatever business that you're in, is being excited. Doesn't mean you have to be loud. Doesn't mean you have to be, yelling at the top of your lungs every minute. See, excitement comes from the heart. Your passion comes from the heart. People can see it in your eyes. They see it. They feel what you feel. Not just the words that you say, but how you're moving. What's your physiology? What's your tonality? You notice when I get excited, my voice, my volume of my voice goes up. Sometimes I can show my passion by being a little bit quieter. I'm always, if I'm at the kitchen table, I'm talking to people about, man, if you join me, we could do something great together. I promise you, man, just give me a little bit of faith. I promise you I won't let you down. Man, if you follow me, we could do this together. We could change our lives together. I could help you and your family change your family tree forever. Just give me a little bit of faith, man. Just have a little faith in yourself. Have a little belief in yourself. You got this, man. We got this. With your credibility, with the people that you know, and my teaching and my coaching and my experience doing this, there's zero possibility you can fail. Just follow what I'm doing. Just jump on the bandwagon with me, man. Let's do this together. That's passion. That's selling somebody on going somewhere with you.
Now, the first thing you got to decide as a head football coach is, how am I going to build my team? What system will I use? What I believe in? What's my philosophy? See, it can be a tough, hard-nosed, ball control, pound it out, make them respect the run like Nebraska. Or it can be high power, high scoring, high finesse, pass first like Florida. So you've got to have a philosophy that you believe in. Then once you have a philosophy, then you recruit those kinds of players and you build your team with that kind of personality. Does that make sense? It's the same way in business. You've got to have a concept, you've got to have a philosophy. Now let's say it's recruiting. Then recruiting must become an all-the-time thing. You've got to develop a recruiting mindset. It's not something you can turn off and turn on. Recruiting must become an all-the-time thing. And now once you've decided that your belief is recruiting, that's the way I'm going to build my business, okay? Then folks, everything in your business has to be geared to recruiting. The compensation program, the way you're going to pay people in your company always has to be geared towards recruiters making the most money. Promotions, if somebody's going to get a promotion in your company, there's always got to be recruiting requirements to get a promotion. Every meeting you have, if you're going to do recognition where you're going to talk about the heroes in your business, you've got to talk about those that do the most recruiting. Every time you send a report out to your people, you've got to talk about recruiting.
You know, when you recruit somebody, you get them going in the field, moving forward, they need you. They need you to be on your game. They need you to master your craft, man. They need you to close. They need you to get results. They need you to recruit for them, to build for them, to motivate them, to get them fired up. You got to get fired up, man. Nobody wants to follow, a low energy person, man. So you can do this, man. You got this. Believe in yourself, man. Go recruit your tail off today, man. Go find some people. Look, I know it's not easy, man. I've been there. I know people are flaky. I know people don't do what they say they're going to do, but that's okay. It's all right, man. You can do this. Just keep pushing forward. Keep believing that you can too, that you can win too, that there ain't nobody more special than you. We all came from where you came from, but you can do this too. I believe in you.
Remember, always put the interests of your new recruits, put them first, man. Don't you ever lie to your new recruits. Don't you ever treat them badly. Your new recruits are like precious babies. You got to take care of them. You got to treat them with care and love and respect. And if you do that, they're going to go with you, and you just got to keep prospecting like crazy. Learn how to overcome objections, master how to overcome the objections. Because if you're going to triple your recruiting, man, you have to make sure that you know what you're talking about. When somebody asks you a question, you got to be able to overcome it quickly. So every night before you go to bed, you should be watching a recruiting video, how to overcome objections video. There's lots of them out there. I got a bunch of them. And just make sure you're mastering your craft every day. And then last but not least, I know this sounds funny, but ask for the check. You know the number one reason why people don't close, why people don't recruit, why they don't triple their recruits, is because they don't ask for the... I got people telling me, hey Daniel, I had a great conversation with this guy, man. He was so excited. We had a conversation and he was so fired up. I said, did you get the recruit? No, I didn't get the recruit, but he was fired up. No. If you didn't get the check, you didn't get the recruit. So your job, when you fire people up, when you do all these things I'm telling you to do, you make sure that you ask for the check. And that's called, hey look man, if I was to teach you and train you, mentor you and coach you, man, is there anything that would stop you from trying? And they'll say, no, nothing would stop me. And I'd say, great. Obviously, we got to check your background out and make sure you're, haven't killed anybody in the last, forever, okay? But hey, look, we're going to check you out, and it's going to take about 2 minutes, and then we'll go from there. Does that sound fair? Do you want to pay by Visa or MasterCard? How do you want to do it?
And we don't have time for excuses. There's no time for excuses when you're playing for something big. When you're playing for a big life, you don't have time for excuses. Are you a drama queen? Do you whine and complain more than 3 times a day? Do you constantly worry about what other people think about you? Are you able to compartmentalize your life? You need to read the 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class. Sell the vision. Where there is no vision, people will perish. Who's the real decision makers? Inspire the risk takers. Find out what your teammates want. Get them to visualize their desire. Be specific. Create a clear path. Share your vision publicly and privately. Think big. Talk big. Be confident. Nobody wants to follow someone that is unsure about their vision. Your team needs you to win big. Your family needs you to win big. Your company needs you to win big. The world needs you to win big. And so you need to go win big.
My dream of becoming financially independent, my dream of freedom, of choices and options, and the security of having a lot of financial backing, the freedom with no boss. I don't gotta call nobody for nothing. I don't gotta call my boss. Sick today, I can't come in. Because it's a sunny day, right? A lot of people are taking, right? Monday morning, it's still you know, the weather's good and everything, right? What do you think people are doing? I'm going to the beach, all right? They do that all the time. You never got to do that. I haven't had to do that in 13 years. I haven't had to do that. You think it's, I mean, you know, to me, I think the best part of today, I think the best part of today was Rita coming up here today. I honestly, I think the best, well, at least for me, some of you guys hear different people, but for me, she was the best today. You know why? It's because she got up here and you couldn't, you can't even explain what she felt. Did you see it in her eyes? Did you see it in her eyes? Did you see it in her body? Did you see it in her emotion? Did you see it in the, just every, right? It was just awesome. It was like, man, it's happening. Right? It's unbelievable. Don't ever lose that. Don't ever lose that feeling that it can still happen for you. Because you're one recruit away from an explosion. Every single one of us is one recruit away from an explosion. Now it could take us forever to get that one recruit, or we could like become mad recruiters, like psychotic recruiters, after it day in, day out, right? Become fanatical about recruiting, get after, recruit the dang world. I think we're going to recruit 400 people this month. I mean, I really feel like we're going to recruit 200 people this month. Now that means that every one of you, I am asking you guys to go recruit 2 people, minimum. If everybody in this room, because we have 250, 300 people, if everyone in this room, right, goes out and recruits 2 people, we're going to do 400 or 500 recruits this month, right or wrong? Right? So if you don't get 2 recruits this month, we're coming after you. I'm just kidding. We're going to find you, all right? Help us out. Help us out. You help me get to that 500 recruits, and I promise you, we're going to give you everything we got to help you build the business of your dreams. Because your dreams are waiting. Don't wait too long though, okay? Don't wait too long. You ain't getting any younger. Have a sense of urgency, all right? Have a sense of urgency. Know what you want. Love Primerica, man. I love this business. I love what we do. I love what we stand for. I love our leadership. We're the greatest dang leaders in all of Primerica, right or wrong? Right. All right, and we're going to change our lives. We're going to change our lives in a dramatic way. And I promise you guys, we ain't going to let you down. Have a wonderful day. Love you.